And the Channel 12 News Team.
Several anti-abortion protesters carried away by police in Illinois today after chaining themselves to the car of a doctor who was headed for Milwaukee. Good evening, and thanks very much for joining us. The group calls itself Missionaries to the Preborn.
Today they had what they called a commando raid to stop abortions. They had been watching the doctor from somewhere around Chicago make his trips to a Milwaukee clinic. And today they followed him when he pulled off I-94 to stop for gas. Dane Placco says it's all part of a radical strategy in the battle against abortion.
The black Mercedes these abortion protesters are blocking belongs to this man, Dr. Alexander Jakubowski. Calling him a paid killer, two of the protesters handcuffed themselves to the underside of his car to prevent him from driving up to Milwaukee. And when police tried to sneak the doctor away in another car, that's when police started making arrests. 5 of the 30 protesters were hauled away, and the rest stop was shut down for a half hour. The commando raid is part of what this group calls an escalation in the battle against abortion.
I think that there's probably nothing that won't be done to interfere between the scalpel and the baby. So, nothing short of violence.
Here in Milwaukee, the doctor finally arrived to find more protesters and more arrests. The director of this clinic says the protest did slow them down, but it didn't stop them. She says that the women who came here for abortions today will get them. And she says the continuing protests are costing the Milwaukee Police Department $10,000 a month.
I don't think the taxpayers really realize the amount of manpower that we have on the parking lot 3 days a week.
These protesters say they're willing to die for those who haven't yet been born. Dane Placco, Channel 12 News, Milwaukee.
27 protesters were arrested in Milwaukee. They say they plan to continue harassing the doctor on his trips from Illinois.
People are in jail tonight after taking part in an anti-abortion protest, one of the most aggressive to date. The group, Missionaries to the Reborn, tried to keep a Chicago doctor from getting to Milwaukee, where the doctor was to perform abortions. At an oasis just over the Illinois border on the freeway, the protesters laid beneath the doctor's car. Police tried to take the doctor away in several squad cars when members of the group tried to stop them. Police moved in. Stay here. When he eventually got to Milwaukee, 4 hours late, protesters were waiting for the doctor at the Bread and Roses Clinic on West Capitol Drive. 28 people were arrested there as the activists tried to block the doors. The clinic remained open, but protesters consider their action a success, saying targeting a doctor on his way to a clinic is the first protest of its kind in the nation.